Ginunita ng provincial government sa pangunguna ni Governor Amado PUGAY Espino III ang 75th LINGAYEN Gulf Landings at 13th Pangasinan Veterans Day na ginanap sa Veterans Memorial Park. Isa itong makasaysayang kaganapan noong World War II kung saan pinaniniwalaang dumaong ang Allied Forces sa Lingayen Gulf para bawiin ang Pilipinas sa mga Hapon. Dinaluhan ang programa ng mga World War II veterans at kanilang mga anak, Vice Governor Ronald Mark Lambino at mga provincial board members, local chief executives, regional and provincial executive ng iba't ibang national agencies, mga department heads at mga chief of hospitals. Sinimulan ang programa sa isang banal na misa na pinamunuan ni Lingayen Dagupan Archbishop Socrates Villegas. Sinundan ito ng wreath-laying ceremony at commemorative program na pinangunahan ni na Governor Espino, representative ni DILG Secretary Anyo na si Undersecretary for Peace and Order Bernardo Flores Jr., Philippine Army Assistant Division Commander of the 7th Infantry Division, Brigadier General Henry Robinson Jr., Department of National Defense Undersecretary and Philippine Veterans Affairs Office Administrator Ernesto Carolina, U.S. Army Chief of the Joint U.S. Military Assistant Group Colonel Stephen Ma, Australian Ambassador to the Philippines Stephen Robinson, National Historical Commission of the Philippines OIC Executive Director Carminda Arevalo, University of the Philippines History Professor Rico Jose, Veterans Federation of the Philippines Executive Vice President Raul Urgelo, and Vice President for Operations Commodore Salvador Esguera at mga anak ng ilang World War II veterans. Binigyan papugay naman ng Philippine Army ang mga veterans sa pamamagitan ng 21 gun salute. Kasunod nito ang ceremonial tolling of the bell. Nagbigay din ng mensahe si Governor Espino at honored guest na si Undersecretary Flores Jr.
As the Governor of the province, hear us, sons and daughters of our veterans, and to our veterans who are here. Maraming salamat po sa inyong sakripisyo. Thank you very much for your sacrifice. We will promise, I speak in behalf of all the officials here, the provincial government and the LGUs. As the father of the province, our commitment will be never-ending. Your sacrifices will never be in vain, and the memories of your sons and daughters will remain with us. We will continue what you have started, and not continue, but we will also teach. Narinig ko po kanina yung salitang gratitude. We will teach the next generation being grateful. And being grateful, you know how to love. And when you know how to love, you will know how to sacrifice. At ang sakripisyo nyo po ay hindi makakalimutan ng probinsya ng Pangasinan.
So next time you meet a veteran, thank them. Thank them for their service, for their sacrifices. Listen to their stories and ask the songs they used to listen back then. Take yourselves back, and most of all, take a moment and be proud of our country. Once again, thank you for your services. Thank you to our dear veterans. Thank you for being such outstanding sons and daughters of your country.
Tumanggap rin ang mga veterano ng 75th LINGAYEN Gulf Landings Commemorative Medallion. Sunod namang inilunsad ang inaugurasyon ng Royal Australian Navy Marker bilang pagbibigay pugay sa mga sundalong Australiano na tumulong sa liberasyon ng Pilipinas. Nagpasalamat naman si Australian Ambassador to the Philippines Stephen Robinson sa pagkilala sa mga Australiano na nakibahagi sa liberasyon ng Pilipinas.
We're ever so grateful, we're honoured, we're flattered. There's an enormous bond here between the Australians and the people here in Pangasinan province. It is just so lovely to be warmed and welcomed in such a warm and embracing way. Every year the Australian returned servicemen come here for this commemoration. They are really proud to be here and they love it because they feel like they're amongst family. It's really special.
Naikwento rin ng isang Australian veteran ang kanilang karanasan noong sila'y makadaong sa probinsya.
But there was one interesting fact here in Lingayen when the Allied forces made their landing. They came in and they were shelling all the towns, Dagupan, and the Filipino people are in the water waving the flag saying the Japanese have gone, stop shelling, stop shelling. So they did. And the first thing the Americans did when they landed was to put up a hospital on the beach.
Naikwento naman ng 102 years old na Filipino veteran na si Private First Class Gregorio Martinez ang kanyang karanasan sa giyera. Dahil sa edad, hirap nang magsalita si Lolo Gregorio.
Hindi ko wala. Sa nililal ko, masinggal. Mamantalpikal.
Sabi niya, dati raw siyang humawak ng 50 caliber machine gun at nahuli ng mga Hapon pero nasagip ng mga Amerikano at nagpatuloy sa pakikipaglaban sa mga Hapon. Ginawaran naman ang piling mga Pilipino veteran ng US Congressional Gold Medal na ipinresenta ni Colonel Stephen Mann ng Amerika, DND Undersecretary and Philippine Veterans Affairs Office Administrator Ernesto Carolina.
The United States is deeply grateful for the heroism of our Filipino veterans. Your sacrifices will always be cherished. Your valor and loyalty will always be etched in our hearts. Your tenacious fight for freedom will never be forgotten, and we will forever remain allies for freedom.
This was legislated through Provincial Resolution 331, which was initiated by Governor Amado Espino Jr., who is a known stalwart champion of our veterans' welfare and well-being. On this note, allow me to commend and congratulate not just Governor Espino and the other leaders of the province, but also the people and most especially the veterans of Pangasinan.
Natapos ang programa sa ceremonial salute. Nagkaroon din ng medical mission para sa mga veterans. At pagsapit ng gabi, isang film showing ang inihandog ng provincial government para ipakita ang kabayanihan at katapangan ng mga sundalong Pilipino noong World War II.
Lagay ng tao on both sides. May nakuha pa silang machine gun on that side and on this side. Ang sabi ni Terry, of the signal.
So they ambushed a Japanese convoy of 200 and there were just 19 of them.
Pagdating sa isang lugar nagpaputok. All 200 Japs, walang binuhay. Walang binuhay. Blood flowed sa espalto.
Isa ang provincial government ng Pangasinan sa mga kumikilala sa mga veteranong Pangasinense na nagpakita ng kanilang katapangan. Kaya naman layon ng programa na ibalik sa mga veterano ng World War II ang kanilang mga nagawang sakripisyo para sa bansa. Para sa Capital News TV, Edward Quinto.